Night was danger. You were small, slow, and surrounded by predators that could smell you from miles away. Wolves hunted in packs. They had enormous jaws, terrifying stamina, and eyes that worked far better in the dark than yours ever could. And yet, somehow, out of all the animals humans met, wolves became our closest companions. Not horses, not cows, not even primates, wolves. Today there are over 900 million dogs on Earth. They sleep in our beds, guard our homes, sniff out bombs, herd sheep, rescue people from avalanches, and wear tiny party hats while sitting beside birthday cakes. But dogs were never planned. No tribe sat down and said, let's invent a cute fetch-playing animal. Dogs were created by accident. The strangest part is that wolves may have started domesticating themselves before humans even realized what was happening. To understand how, imagine the world during the Ice Age, 20 to 40,000 years ago. Humans lived as hunter-gatherers. Small groups of maybe 20 to 50 people constantly moved across vast lands searching for food. Life was brutal. Most hunts failed. Winters killed people. A broken leg could mean death. And just beyond the glow of every human campfire, wolves waited. Here's the important part. Humans are messy eaters. Even in times of scarcity, hunter-gatherers left bones, scraps, hides, half-eaten carcasses. For a wolf, a human camp was basically a moving buffet of free calories. At first, wolves probably approached with extreme caution. The boldest, most aggressive ones risked spears. The most terrified kept their distance and got nothing. But among wolf populations, a few individuals were different, less fearful, less aggressive, more curious. Modern genetics suggests some wolves were simply born more comfortable around people. Over generations, those wolves survived better than the aggressive ones. Instead of risking injury hunting dangerous prey, they could follow humans and eat the leftovers near camp. Evolution slowly filtered wolves by personality. The friendlier ones found more food. The hyper-aggressive ones died off. And then their bodies began to change. It sounds unbelievable, but scientists have watched something similar happen in real time. In 1959, the geneticist Dmitry Belyaev started an experiment in Siberia with silver foxes. Each generation, he bred only the tamest animals. He didn't train them or teach tricks. He simply prevented the most aggressive foxes from reproducing. Within a few decades, the foxes started to behave like dogs, wagging tails, whining for attention, licking people's hands. Even stranger, their bodies changed: floppy ears, shorter snouts, spotted coats, curled tails. When animals become less aggressive, their appearance often changes too. Softer faces, smaller jaws, different fur patterns, what scientists call the domestication syndrome. The first proto-dogs may have looked less intimidating long before humans ever deliberately bred them. Picture an Ice Age camp and wolves nearby that seem slightly smaller, a little calmer, a bit less frightening than other wolves. Not pets yet, but not fully wild either. This probably didn't happen in just one place. Humans and wolves were likely forming similar relationships across many parts of the ancient world at the same time. For thousands of years, this evolution unfolded quietly, with no human planning, simply wolves creeping closer to the firelight. Humans noticed the benefits quickly. Wolves are great listeners and scanners of the environment. They smelled predators at a distance, tracked animals far better than humans, and alerted camps to danger: bears, strangers, the presence of prey. A wolf lingering near camp was basically an alarm system. As both species began helping each other survive, the relationship intensified. That's why dogs are considered the first animal domesticated in human history, before sheep, before goats, before agriculture itself. When humans finally invented farming, dogs changed again. As people ate more grains, populations of dogs evolved to digest starch far better than wolves could. Think about how extraordinary that is. Dogs were surviving with us long before writing, cities, metal tools, or pyramids. Over thousands of generations, humans and dogs shaped each other, not just in usefulness, but emotionally. When humans stare into a dog's eyes, both species release oxytocin, the bonding hormone central to parent-child attachment. Wolves don't do this naturally with humans. Dogs do. That loving look from your Labrador isn't random behavior. Evolution shaped dogs to connect emotionally with the human brain. Dogs even developed facial expressions humans respond to instinctively. Those puppy dog eyes likely became common because humans were more likely to care for dogs that seemed to show emotion. Some anthropologists believe the boost dogs gave to human hunting success was so large that people with dogs survived better than people without them. Dogs may have helped humans spread across the planet. But domestication also came at a cost. Dogs lost many traits that made wolves uniquely adapted to the wild. Selective breeding by humans created severe health problems in some modern breeds. Pugs struggle to breathe. Dachshunds develop spinal issues. Bulldogs often can't give birth naturally. Still, traces of the wolf remain. When dogs circle before lying down, they're imitating wolves flattening grass. When they howl, bury food, or twitch in sleep, instincts from thousands of years ago surface. Inside every Chihuahua and every husky is a shadow of an Ice Age predator. Maybe that's why dogs seem so different from other domestic animals. Cats live beside us. Cows tolerate us. Horses work with us. Dogs joined us. They slept at our side while predators prowled beyond the firelight. They crossed frozen landscapes with us. They guarded camps, followed migrations, and crossed oceans and wars. At some point, the relationship became more than survival. In Germany, archaeologists found a burial from about 14,000 years ago containing a man, a woman, and a carefully placed dog. The dog had been very sick as a puppy, but lived for weeks or months afterward, which likely means humans cared for it deliberately. Think about that. Ice Age humans in one of the harshest environments imaginable spent precious food, time, and energy nursing a sick dog back to health. That's not just utility, that's attachment, friendship, maybe even love. For thousands of generations, humans and dogs shaped each other's survival because some wolves were a little less afraid of firelight. No master plan, no grand invention, just leftovers by a campfire, and evolution slowly turning fear into one of the greatest partnerships in our species' history. Tonight, your best friend will probably fall asleep somewhere near you, unaware that this friendship began tens of thousands of years ago. Now you know.